Oh, hey there, boys and girls. I didn't expect to see you there in the fridge.
They're chilling out, man.
Yeah, man. Sorry, that's the last cheesy joke of the day, I promise.
Stay cool, boys and girls. Stay cool, like a fridge. Like a fridge.
I think they get it. So even though a box of Froot Loops isn't gonna help you turn into a kung fruit master, there is one thing you can do to take the fruit of the Spirit that God gives you and use it every single day. And we're gonna talk about that in a segment we like to call Cereal Talk! Boys and girls, here at The Zone, we love us some Froot Loops. Make some noise if you love Froot Loops too. Come on, let me hear you. Oh, that was good, that was good, that was good. And since the fruit of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. You guys were right on the money. On today's episode of Cereal Talk, we are each gonna share which fruit of the Spirit we ask God for most, all while enjoying a whole bunch of different ways to eat Froot Loops without milk. Are you ready? All right, Mr. Will, what is the fruit of the Spirit you ask God for the most?
So I have to ask for self-control because I love food. And today, we're trying out waffle with Froot Loops.
Oh, he got a thumbs up. All right, Maria, what fruit of the Spirit do you ask God for the most?
Peace, because my life could be pretty messy.
Okay. Oh, wow, my gosh.
Okay.
Wow, that's...
She went.
Alexis, fruit of the Spirit you ask God for the most.
I would love more gentleness in my life.
Oh, wow.
I have a Froot Loop kebab, or it was a Froot Loop kebab,
Okay.
but it's delicious.
Isaiah, gotta give it to me, man. Fruit of the Spirit you need most.
Kindness. I've got a little bit of a short fuse. Don't touch my food.
Sorry.
Fruit Loop sandwich. Okay, here we go.
All right, guys. It is now time for my fruit of the Spirit that I ask God for the most, patience. It has been super hard to wait for all you guys to talk and to not eat this Froot Loop cupcake. They're really good. Well, those are some pretty cool Froot Loop snacks, but I have to admit, still the best way to eat Froot Loops is in a bowl with milk. Thanks, man. It just doesn't get better than that. In the same way that we are at our best when God's love pours out every day. Now sit up straight and tall, boys and girls, because I'm gonna ask you a question. You ready? How many of you guys remembered to eat breakfast this morning? Oh, good, good. Because if you'd forgotten, you'd probably be hungry and angry. You'd be hangry. Okay, and when people get hangry, it gets a little dangerous. And even though we know how terrible it is to skip breakfast, we still do it sometimes. Boys and girls, why do we do that? Don't we know what's best for us? Well, there's a story in the Bible about just that. And it starts this way. See, Jesus had these 12 friends. They were called his disciples. And they were all different, but they all hung out together every single day. They went together like Froot Loops and milk. But then one day, it all kind of fell apart. See, Jesus was sentenced to die on a cross. And when that happened, every single one of his best friends, those Froot Loops, well, they all scattered in different directions. They ran away scared. Some of them even forgot what Jesus looked like. But the more they were away from Jesus, the more they realized they felt empty and miserable. Kind of like how we feel when we skip breakfast. But that's where our Bible table verse comes in, boys and girls. Do you remember it? It's Psalm 42:8, and it says, "Each day the Lord pours his unfailing love on me." Even though Jesus' friends had forgotten all about him, he was never gonna forget about them. His unfailing love was ready to be poured out every day. So what happened? After he died on the cross and rose again 3 days later, the very first thing he did was to find those friends and to make them a big old breakfast. Now, I don't think he made them Froot Loops for breakfast, but I do think he reminded them of the spiritual fruit that he wanted to give them. John 15:16 says, "You didn't choose me, I chose you. I appointed you to go and produce lasting fruit, so that the Father will give you whatever you ask using my name." And those friends of Jesus, those disciples, they went on to do some pretty incredible stuff, boys and girls. Stuff like starting churches, baptizing people, healing people, and changing the world in the name of Jesus. And guess what? Jesus chose you too. He wants you to do amazing things for him. But you have a choice to make, boys and girls, and that choice is to go to him first every day. Will you make him as important as the breakfast you eat? Why? Because God's love pours out every day. That was good, but I think we all need to do it together. Are you ready, boys and girls? Let's stand up and let's do it. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. God's love pours out every day. Oh, that was great, guys. Good job, good job. All right, now it's time for my favorite part, where you get together with your group leaders and your friends, and you do a little cereal talk of your own. Get ready, get set, group!